Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this video all about how competition and opposition are an illusion. I am Your Muse Traci. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to join me and subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in my offerings, I have one-on-one coaching available right now. I have the next group coaching is going to start in about a month or so. And I also have some DIY courses coming out as well. So check out that. They're not out yet, but they will be very soon if you're interested in more DIY courses. And yeah, if you need some extra support, that's what I'm here for, to help you get unstuck. If you feel like you are sort of struggling or you have some blind spots, that's what I'm here for. That's why I offer coaching, to empower you and help you apply all of this knowledge and return you to your birthright. Your birthright is to manifest and create your desired reality and to live in your desired reality. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below or check out the links down below as well. I also meant to mention this in my last video. I totally forgot. But I wanted to thank you guys that pointed out the sound issues, and I've made some changes to settings and in my studio, and it should be much better now. And I just wanted to say I appreciate those of you that reported it, and then also those of you that sent me solutions and helped me figure it out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for being here and being in this community and helping me out with that. Okay. On to the video. Competition and or either one, opposition, are just an illusion. So let's talk about what I mean. Now, what I'm not saying, first and foremost, is that there's no such thing and you can never experience that in your reality. You know, I'm not actually saying that. So let's clarify what I am saying. It's an illusion because it can only exist, it can only show up in your reality, competition and or opposition, if you believe in it. If you say that, oh, this person is my competition or this person is my opposition, well, it's your reality, so you are creating that. Now, that's what it means when I say That's what I mean when I say it's an illusion. It's not real. It doesn't have to be there. And it's only there because you believed in it. Now let's talk a little bit about where this comes from, because it's not that we consciously want to create opposition in our reality or we want to create competition. No, not at all. But unwanted things are always created unconsciously by you through your programming, right? I was just talking a lot about this in my last video. I talk about this in all my videos because this is really the key. The key is you and getting to know yourself on the deepest subconscious level. Like the quote that I mentioned in my last video, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will run your life and you will call it fate. Carl Jung, I believe, is the one who created that quote, who I'm quoting. So this is what you want to look at, because where does this idea that competition can even exist come from? It comes from a belief about yourself that you are not first chosen, first best, always the number one choice. And that belief, again, is not something that you chose about yourself, I'm guessing. No, this comes from the environment, where most of the programming comes from, the deficiencies in your environment, where, again, it's safer for you to believe something is wrong with you. And so you believe that you're not the best of the best. You believe that you're not top notch. And why is this safer? So I didn't really touch on this in the last video, but this is safer as a child for you to come up with this idea, because then if something's wrong with you, not your environment, you have the ability to improve. You have the ability to try to be better. But really, there was nothing wrong with you in the first place, by the way. You were always perfect. And this is, again, a defense mechanism. When there are deficiencies in your environment, on any level, you guys, this doesn't have to be super traumatic, although it can be. It can be super traumatic environment, a super traumatic environment that caused you to create these programs, but it doesn't always have to be, okay? I want to be clear about that because, you know, it's not that just some people get programming. No, it's like this is part of your human mind, the way your human mind is made up. The ages 0 to 7, your subconscious mind is a sponge, and it's absorbing the programs and the information from the environment. And it's also part of the defense mechanism that, you know, as a child you come up with that is the safest option for you. And again, like I was just saying, when you think that there's, you know, a deficiency with you rather than your environment, this is actually a protection mechanism, because to think as a child that, ooh, actually the environment is faulty, that's very dangerous, right? And so your mind comes up with an alternative that is sort of like a safety mechanism for you to think, oh, well, it must just be me then. There must be a deficiency with me. And then you can continue to put your trust and belief in your environment, believing that your environment is safe. So this is where faulty programs like I'm not enough, I'm not first best, I'm not chosen come from, because you make the faults in your environment mean something about you, which again isn't true. It's not true, okay? You were born perfect. You are perfect. You are always worthy of, you know, everything that you want. You are enough exactly as you are. There's nothing wrong with you. So, but this is where the concept, the unconscious projection of competition comes from. When you believe that, you know, maybe your specific person is going to choose someone else, it's coming from this deep-seated place of thinking that you're not enough. And, you know, the competition isn't real. It's only a projection of your mind. So how do we correct this? Because again, it's not something that you're doing on purpose, but you are doing it. And, you know, when I say you're doing it, this is empowering, because if competition just was a fact of life, then you don't really have a say in that. You're a victim to that competition. You're a victim to being, you know, having to compete, having to prove your worth, having to strive to be better. That's not really the case. It's your reality. You get to be the best of the best if you can, you know, work through the programming, if you do have programming that says you are not, because that's not true. It's your reality. You should be top dog. You know, you get to be top dog in your reality. And it's not about comparisons. It's not about physical comparisons. You don't need to validate that you're the best. You just get to choose and believe that you are, because you're worthy of experiencing a reality where you are that. Again, it's your reality. You get to choose that for yourself. And, you know, everybody has their own reality, and everyone can choose that. There is no actual competition, okay? So it's not something that you're doing consciously, but when you think, oh, my specific person is going to choose someone else over me, or maybe they have chosen someone, you know, in your reality, chosen someone, that is only a reflection of, you know, what's going on inside of you, you thinking that you're not enough. So I talked about this a lot in my last video. That's going to keep showing up in your reality until you look at what it's trying to show you. That's not just happening to you. It's not a punishment. It's not a fact of life. It's not just a, you know, an actual limitation of your reality. Nothing like that is going on. It's showing you a deeper side of yourself, because that's what the mirror is meant to do. It's meant to show you yourself on a very deep subconscious level so that you can get to know yourself, and then you can choose. You can choose. Oh, I actually choose to always be chosen by the people that I want to be chosen by in my reality. You get to choose that. But you can't choose that until you understand what's going on behind the scenes at a very subconscious, deep level. And this is why people struggle, because again, they start to affirm and intend and assume I'm always chosen. But if they struggle to stay there, this is why. It's because they've denied that unconscious program, that deeply subconscious program. And that's where this is coming from. You're not just a bad manifester. You're not failing. You have programming that is, kind of working. It's just trying to show itself to you, really. It's not really trying to work against you. Nothing is trying to work against you. This whole realm is set up for you to succeed and for you to thrive. But you have to understand what's going on. You have to understand that when these things show up, it's actually for your benefit. It's not showing you an actual limitation or showing you an actual deficiency. No, it's showing you an assumption that you have about yourself that doesn't have to be there, that you get to choose to keep or change. And by understanding, this is why, when I work with people one-on-one, understanding where these things come from is so helpful. When you see crystal clear where it came from, it's so much easier to just put it down, to just say, that was never mine, and I don't prefer that, actually. So I'm going to put that down because, again, it was never mine, and I'm going to leave it down, and I'm going to pick up this, and I'm going forward with this, right? So it's so helpful to understand where things came from, so that you can more easily put them down and understand it was never yours in the first place. So I hope this is making sense. I'm not saying competition can't show up in your reality. It certainly can, but this is not a fact. This is not an actual real limitation that, competition just exists. No, it's created by you through this deeply subconscious program that you are not enough, that you're not chosen first. And that's what you want to look at. That's what you want to address at the deep core level within you, because that's all the competition in your 3D reality is showing you. It's showing you. It's a mirror. Here's what you said you were. You said you were second best. So I'm going to show you now in this reflection, this 3D reality reflection, that you are second best. Not that great, okay? But again, if you understand that 3D reality is your mirror and you're not a victim to that, that's not the actual truth, that's not an actual limitation for you, right? Not reacting is always about first understanding the mirror and who you are. That's the first step. And then accepting that this is not a punishment, it's showing you something. And when you understand what it's showing you, again, that you perhaps believe that you're not best of the best, you're not first chosen, you're not worthy of being the first number one optimal choice, accepting and loving that part of yourself, accepting that that was never yours to begin with, and putting it down and choosing that you are enough, that you are the absolute best choice, right? Because why? Why do you get to choose that? Because it's your reality. And that is the truth of you. You are perfect and worthy and enough and, absolutely deserving of anything that you want. And only your deep subconscious programming that says you are not enough can really hold you away from that. There's no actual separation between you and what you want. It's only your programming and your ideas, your thoughts about yourself that can hold you in seeming separation from that thing. The separation is an illusion because you're never separate. 3D reality is you. It's just trying to show you on a deeply subconscious level what exists inside of you so that you can choose and you have the freedom. This is the most important part of the video. So I hope you're still watching. If you are, thank you. You're getting the golden moment here. It's showing you the deepest truth, the absolute truth about yourself. It's not showing you the limitation. It's there to help you see the absolute truth and the perfection of your being. That's what it's really meant to be showing you. And that's the truth. And that's what, if you quiet your mind and you go within, that's what you will feel when you kind of block out all the noise. You will be able to return back to that truth. And that's what it takes to, again, put down these programs that were never ever yours in the first place and are not serving you. So, competition, opposition, it's not real. It's only a creation of your own mind. So if you created the competition, you can uncreate the competition as well. That's how powerful you are. All right, you guys, leave me a comment down below and I will see you in the next video. Bye.